Bai Linglong, who had fallen to the bottom of the myriad peaks, also regained consciousness. The Ouyang family is too overbearing. They didn't even confirm if someone was participating in the trial, and just directly threw them down. This is bad luck. I wonder if there is a way to withdraw from the competition. At this moment, Bai Linglong is unaware of the figure approaching from behind. Just as Bai Linglong, who had just fallen from the Ouyang family, was looking around for an exit route, she never expected a strange figure to appear behind her. The monster's claws slowly reached towards Bai Linglong, who was muttering, "Help me," under her breath. Bai Linglong also discovered the presence of the monster, and quickly dodged with a swift move. Damn it! How could such a monster exist in this damn place? Trying to kill me won't be that easy. Bai Linglong pierced through the monster's body with dual blades in hand. In less than a moment, a puff of smoke dispersed, and the monster fell into a pool of blood. You are 100 years too early if you want to kill me. Bai Linglong arrived at the steps in front of the myriad peaks. She had just taken a step forward when the unbearable pressure struck towards her. Bai Linglong also felt something was wrong. What's going on? It feels like my chest is about to burst open. This is bad. Just the first layer already has such immense pressure. I'm afraid I won't be able to go up. Lu Chen, this kid. You've really put me in a tough spot this time. As soon as the words fell, Bai Linglong fell backwards onto the steps. At this moment, on the other side of the myriad peaks, a flash of sword light passed by. I didn't expect that he had only climbed 18 levels, yet the physical exertion was so great. No, he must stay calm now. As long as he proceeds steadily and absorbs the pressure of this level completely, continuing to climb should not be a problem. A blood-red spiritual power floated over Mei Xiao's head. The monster that was just cut by Mei Xiao gradually began to regenerate under the nourishment of spiritual qi. A moment later, not only did the monster fully recover from being cut by Mei Xiao, but its own strength also increased significantly. Realizing this, Mei Xiao was also very shocked. What is going on? Could it be that this thing is indestructible? At this moment, Lu Chen appeared unusually relaxed, as if he was not constrained by gravity and monsters like the two before. Only Lu Chen was seen humming a tune, and the surrounding alien beasts dared not approach, as if they were wary of some kind of power. Suddenly Lu Chen's eyes froze. The monsters that were just wary around him now began to flee in all directions. Lu Chen also smiled slightly at this. That's more like it. Even monsters have to know when to back off. Suddenly, Deicide flew back from the front. Master, I've already investigated everything. How is it? What's the situation ahead? It doesn't seem as simple here as the cave. I flew far, but didn't see a single person. Did you not detect the presence of Bai Linglong and Mei Xiao? No, I have carefully searched all the corners and did not find their presence. It's strange indeed. Mei Xiao has a high talent, so it's understandable if she climbed high and couldn't be found. But Bai Linglong, who can only climb up to the 5th floor at most, how could her whereabouts not be discovered? I, a servant, believe that this may not be a physical space. The reason I can meet you without limitations is probably due to a soul contract that binds us together. So you mean this is a multidimensional domain? Other people are separated from us? That's correct. Shortly after, Lu Chen started to rub his hands together eagerly. If that's the case, there's no need to wait any longer. If Bai Linglong can't handle the pressure and faints, the situation will be bad. I remember the Myriad Peaks trial. Unless you actively call for a stop, no one will come to rescue no matter what happens. Deicide, hurry and take me up. Let's first go up 30 levels to assess the situation. If everything is fine, then let's head straight to the top floor. Yes, Master. Let's first go up to assess the situation, and then find the people from the Ouyang family. Having them come down for rescue is the right approach. Under the heavy pressure of the Myriad Peaks, Bai Linglong couldn't handle the stress and fainted. Now, she is surrounded by monsters in the midst of the trial. Suddenly, several ribbons attacked the monsters. The moment the ribbons touched them, the monsters began to shatter and disappear. A moment later, the monsters that were just surrounding Bai Linglong were completely wiped out. The newcomer turned out to be Ouyang Wang from the Ouyang family. Ouyang Wang looked at Bai Linglong with a lot of hesitation. I don't know how long it took, but Bai Linglong suddenly woke up, her whole body covered in cold sweat. Where am I? I remember clearly that I fell into the lowest level of the myriad peaks. No matter where this is, I have to find that kid first. Otherwise, I'm afraid I won't last much longer. After only a few steps, Bai Linglong covered his head and fell to the ground. What's going on? Could it be that the previous pressure hasn't been relieved yet? You'd better lie back down. The pressure from the myriad peaks will be difficult to relieve for a while. If you forcibly try to dissipate it, it might not be resolved in a short time. You'll end up in a bad shape. Bai Linglong was suddenly surprised when she looked at Ouyang Wana in front of her. I remember you are the miss of the Ouyang family. You are Ouyang Wana, right? That's correct. So does that mean this place is? Is this the Ouyang family? I fed you the secret medicine of the Ouyang family. I was the one who brought you back here. So it means you saved me. Thank you very much. Thanks to you, I was able to come out alive. Although your methods were a bit rough, you saved me in time. It shows that you are not that bad after all. Ouyang Wana just left without looking back. After speaking, she went back to lie down. It's better to say less and recover faster. She's such a strange woman. Ouyang Wana, who walked out the door, suddenly collapsed. Mother, I hope you can forgive Wana. I really can't bear to watch it. Master of Ouyang family suddenly appeared in front of Ouyang Wana. Wana, what were you just saying? Father? How did you suddenly come here? Weren't you in the front yard? Is this not my home? Can't I come here? But speaking of this, Wana, are you hiding something from me? Nothing at all. How could I hide anything from my father? Is it really nothing? So be it. I hope you won't be like your older brother. In the past, your older brother led his subordinates to the peak to rescue people. I chose to block the 4 major families' pond because I remembered he was young and had plenty of time, also because he rescued whenever there was a call for help. In the past, such events were allowed, but now, with time being urgent, such incidents must not happen again. If you want to follow in your older brother's footsteps, not only will I not forgive you, but your mother will also never forgive you. Do you understand, father? Master of Ouyang family then threw a dagger to the side immediately. Since you understand, go and deal with the woman in your room. He then walked towards the courtyard. Ouyang Wana didn't know what to do at this moment. The myriad peaks. Lu Chen is flying at high speed on his sword. Suddenly, a sound of shattering was heard, and the blade of the deicide sword was unexpectedly damaged. Lu Chen quickly asked what happened to deicide. Could it be reaching its limit? The servant can't hold on much longer. It seems that even sword spirit is not completely unaffected here. Well, let's find a place to stop then. Later, deicide turned into human form and laid down to rest on the side. Lu Chen asked sword spirit how many levels there were here. Reply to the master, if I'm not mistaken, there should be around 30 levels here. Deicide is useless, but I couldn't even withstand the spiritual pressure of only 30 levels. Please punish me, master. Lu Chen, who was swiftly flying on his flying sword in the myriad peaks. The deicide sword under his feet was damaged due to the spiritual pressure of the myriad peaks. Lu Chen had no choice but to slow down his pace and found a flat ground to stop. The deicide transformed into human form also looked ashamed. The mere spiritual pressure of 30 layers was something the servant couldn't even break through. Please punish me, master. Lu Chen quickly helped him up. He had been too impatient before, only focusing on breaking through the spiritual pressure. It seems a bit difficult to instantly reach the peak. Let me transfer some true energy to you first. You focus on cultivating it. Deicide was pleasantly surprised but also somewhat overwhelmed. How could a servant trouble the master? No need to say more. I may act however I want, but I do treasure my belongings very much. Thank you for healing me, master. At this moment, Mei Xiao has also reached the 20th floor of the myriad peaks through her own strength, but there seems to be a monster chasing after her. Damn it, this thing is impossible to kill, and it keeps absorbing the bodies of the monsters I've killed along the way. I've now reached the 23rd floor. If I keep climbing like this, continuing to ascend, I will surely die under the pressure of the myriad peaks. But if I don't climb, that thing will slowly wear me down. Suddenly, Mei Xiao looked towards the vine beside her, and an idea came to mind. It seems there is a way to break free. Blame yourself for seeking your own doom. The eightfold marvel fan was taken out by Mei Xiao. The fan leaves immediately transformed into several treasure swords. The sword handles of the treasure swords are linked together with iron chains. Then the treasure swords shuttle towards the vines. Mei Xiao also soared into the air, and the monster behind pounced towards her. Come on, if you have the guts, come chase me. Just as the monster leaped into the air, Mei Xiao threw the vines wrapped around the sword hilt towards the monster. The monster was then trapped and unable to move. The treasure sword in Mei Xiao's hand transformed into a long bow. Even if I can't kill you, can't I still get rid of you? Mei Xiao shot the monster down beneath the myriad peaks. After a moment, Mei Xiao also fell down exhausted. Is it finally over? Just when Mei Xiao thought she had finally gotten rid of it, the monster showed up again. Seriously, what the heck is this thing? At the same time, Ouyang rushed in from outside. Bai Linglong was also startled by the sudden appearance of Ouyang. Why are you back again? Ouyang rushed straight towards Bai Linglong. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Bai Linglong looked in horror at the dagger being thrust towards her. Why are you doing this? Then she fell straight to the ground. Life and death are unknown. The restored god also started on the road again. Master, there are indeed some problems here all the way. I haven't seen a single participant deicide. About how many levels have we reached now? Judging by the spiritual pressure, we should be on about the 50th level now. We have already reached the 50th level. Let's take a break first. When we were at the bottom level, I originally thought that the vastness of the place might be the reason why I didn't see anyone. But now, looking down from above, the higher the terrain goes up, the narrower it becomes. It's hard to believe that we still can't see anyone. Is it possible that other people have turned into monsters? Impossible. Even if all the participants have failed, Mei Xiao, this kid, should have no problem climbing 20 or 30 floors. It seems that our previous speculation is not entirely without merit. After a long period of exploration, Lu Chen has also discovered clues about the myriad peaks. Master, look. Why is there a sword mark on the stone platform? Did we see this when we just came up here? Another sword chi struck towards the stone platform, causing the already unstable platform to instantly collapse. Could there be something invisible below, Master? Is it a monster? It's impossible. If our previous thoughts were not wrong, then there is only one possibility. Then, deicide transformed back into sword form, and Lu Chen leaped into the air, grasping the deicide sword in his hand. Only to see Lu Chen holding the deicide sword, a sword chi sliced through the air, instantly tearing open a rift in space. Mei Xiao also walked out from it. It turned out to be Master. Master, you finally came, just as I expected. Mei Xiao, are you okay? Disciple is not seriously injured. What exactly is going on here? It's quite a coincidence. Thanks to the battle you fought, I was able to confirm the anomaly here. The Myriad Peaks itself is a special area shrouded in spatial arts. Earlier, I searched the valley and didn't see anyone. However, your attack just now was so powerful that it faintly broke through space, and I happened to see it. That's how I confirmed that this place is the result of spatial arts. Mei Xiao, with a look of confusion, spatial arts? I have never heard of this before. Previously, when my family challenged the predecessor of the Myriad Peaks, they did not mention this situation. The secrets of this place are far more abundant than we had imagined. But these are all stories for another time. What exactly happened to your injury? Before Mei Xiao could respond, a movement came from below. It turned out that the monster that had been chasing Mei Xiao before had also caught up. Oh, this persistent guy just won't give up. How did it even manage to follow us here? Are you saying it's causing all this trouble for you? Be careful, Shifu. This guy can resurrect infinitely. It's a really tough opponent. It seems to absorb the energy of surrounding monsters, getting stronger as it fights. We should find a way to get rid of it. Direct confrontation is not a good idea. Lu Chen rushed straight towards the monster without hesitation. What fear is there in facing a mere monster that gathers a bit of blood qi? Deicide, absorb it for me. A moment later, the monster, once strong and robust, instantly seemed to be drained dry, becoming as thin as a skeleton as it plummeted into the abyss. Mei Xiao on the side was also very surprised to see this scene. The creature that had been chasing me for half a day was suddenly resolved just like that? What exactly is going on? It's just a creature that absorbs energy. As long as I absorb its energy faster than it does, it's fine. Is it difficult? In a thatched house at night, Bai Linglong suddenly woke up. Am I still alive? Didn't I die? Ouyang Wanga looked at the awakened Bai Linglong and hurriedly urged. Since you're awake, come with me. Bai Linglong, how can he continue to believe Ouyang Wanga, who saves me one moment and wants to kill me the next? What exactly are you up to? Don't waste words. If you want to know the truth, then come with me. 15 years ago today, the Myriad Peaks opened as scheduled. Just like the challenges of the Myriad Peaks that have been happening for the past thousands of years, generation after generation. Everyone was opening the challenge as usual, providing assistance to the participants and distributing medicines normally. However, a woman changed everything. She found a severely injured participant as usual and was about to rescue them when unexpectedly, she was ambushed and seriously injured by this person. Bai Linglong was somewhat puzzled. Wasn't this person severely injured? Why would they attack someone who was trying to help them? He thought that by taking our family's secret medicine and charging upwards from below, he could break through the Myriad Peaks while resisting the pressure. Did he succeed in the end? We found his body around the 10th floor. Our secret medicine actually only blocks the pressure from entering the body. If one desires to absorb the pressure after taking the medicine, it will only lead to a collision between the medicinal power and the pressure in the body, resulting in no place for burial. This person is truly foolish. Not only did he die, but he also dragged others down with him. Bai Linglong and the two of them walked to a tombstone. The woman who was heavily injured in the surprise attack is my mother. Then this tombstone, could it be? Yes, this is indeed my mother's tombstone. Will you take me to pay my respects to her? What does this have to do with the truth? I only saw Ouyang Wanga take out a long sword and chop towards the tombstone. You will know immediately, not only you, but I am also seeking an answer, and the answer is right here. Indeed, just as I thought. Come, see it with your own eyes, and you will know what the truth is. Bai Linglong was shocked by what he saw in the grave. What exactly is going on? In the Myriad Peaks, Lu Chen took out his thunder-accumulated liquid. Hurry up and drink this. Feel free to take it. This is called thunder-accumulated liquid, and is a specialty of Azure Domain. After taking it, you should be able to make a complete recovery within half an hour. Thank you, Master. What are you thinking about? I am contemplating. I ask you, as a local of the esoteric domain, what is your understanding of the trials of the Myriad Peaks? The trials of the Myriad Peaks? In my impression, as long as one is clear about their own strength and acts within their limits, they will surely benefit without harm. After all, someone will come to the rescue if things go wrong. So, in my opinion, this trial is not so much a test of everyone's abilities, as it is a test of everyone's greed. You are absolutely right. The problem lies here. You mentioned that someone will come to the rescue if things go wrong. Let me ask you this. If it were not me just now, do you think anyone would come to rescue you? Then, Master, what do you mean? There are currently two doubts. Firstly, You mentioned that you have never heard of the notion of spatial division within the myriad peaks. Secondly, even if you were in danger, no one would come to rescue you up to now. So, I have reason to suspect that the Ouyang family never intended for us to come back alive from this trial. Bai Linglong also noticed something unusual. What the hell? Where is your mother's body? I don't know. Maybe it was taken away by someone, but it's more likely that my mother was never buried in the first place. A sword light flashed by, and the monster was instantly split in half. Facing the sudden monster attack, Lu Chen was also caught off guard. Deicide immediately transformed into human form and used blood chi to attack, sucking the monsters almost dry. It has been a long time since Deicide has absorbed blood chi, but now he is even more excited. The taste of life is delicious. Mei Xiao on the side dared not speak much when she saw this. Deicide also noticed Mei Xiao's expression. What's wrong? Do you also want to taste this flavor? No, I'd better not. Master, your sword spirit seems a bit off. Are you really okay? Don't worry. Although Deicide used to be a crazy one who didn't differentiate between humans and animals, and often goes berserk if not allowed to kill and drink blood, overall, she is very effective. She won't harm you. Since Ouyang family doesn't want us to leave, what is our plan? We have been moving downward from the beginning. Are we going to the bottom level? Yes, we are going to the bottom level. Specifically, we are going to look for the secret passage left by the Ouyang family at the bottom level leading to the outside. Secret passage? Shifu, how do you know that there is a secret passage of the Ouyang family on the bottom level? Lu Chen proposed to explore the secret passage left by the Ouyang family on the bottom level of the myriad peaks. Mei Xiao also showed surprise. How did Shifu know that there would be a secret passage of the Ouyang family on the bottom level? I ask you, knowing that the Ouyang family used to rescue contestants, where would you safely take the contestants if you were a rescue team member of the Ouyang family? Are you suggesting something? Right, think about it, the higher you climb the myriad peaks, the more dangerous it becomes. If the passage is open at a high level, the rescuers would need to be at least at the king stage pinnacle to withstand the spiritual pressure. If the Ouyang family has so many powerful individuals, they would have already unified the entire esoteric domain. Why would they need to stay in a place like this and act as peak guardians? Furthermore, even if there is a secret medicine to withstand the pressure, rescuers would need to spend time finding the participants scattered throughout the myriad peaks. Once the medicine's effects were off, would you let those rescuers die here? I see. In this case, for the convenience of rescue operations, and to ensure the safety of the rescuers, building the passage at the base of the peak with the least pressure is the best choice. It's no wonder Master can think of so much in such a short time. Haha, it's not even worth mentioning. Talking about this now is meaningless. Whatever we say is just speculation. Only when we reach the peak and search around can we confirm. Suddenly, several wails echoed up from below the valley. Lu Chen and the others also rushed straight towards the monsters. Deicide Mei Xiao followed me to the front to kill the monsters. At the same time, the master of Ouyang family is also watching from the myriad peaks. Suddenly, someone below came to report that the young man from the Mei family seems to have escaped. There was a strange force that dragged him out of space, and the mutant beast that was brought over together was also inexplicably destroyed. It seems that someone saved him. No problem, just a minor issue. How are the other spiritual powers absorbing? The subordinates also looked uneasy upon hearing this. The total spiritual power of the others combined is less than 2/3 of the planned amount. Master, we have tried our best to kill all the contestants who can be eliminated. Please wait a little longer. Sure enough, Master of Ouyang family showed a fierce look. Didn't I tell you before? We must gather enough spiritual power within a day, otherwise you know what will happen. I'm sorry, Master, please spare me. If I spare you, who will spare Qing'er? The bloody spiritual power emanated from Master of Ouyang family's body. The rest of the subordinates are all extremely terrified, afraid that the next one to be sacrificed will be themselves. You guys, follow me down the mountain. If we can't gather enough spiritual power today, this will be your fate. Master of the Ouyang family suddenly broke out in a cold sweat, as if his body had been completely drained. Seeing the situation, everyone wanted to step forward to help, but how could the cautious master of the Ouyang family allow anyone to approach at this moment? "Don't come over. Stay where you are," he said. "Chinger, do you really have to absorb the spiritual power of that kid from the Mei family? Why is it that even if the total amount is enough, others still won't work?" At this moment, Bai Linglong, under the leadership of Ouyang Wanga, has also arrived at the secret passage of the Ouyang family. "Are you sure this is the right direction?" "It won't be wrong. There are 3 roads leading to the valley floor. 2 are used by the family servants daily, and the other is known only to us in the Ouyang family. After my mother's incident, he closed this passage. However, he strangely dispatched many servants to guard it. Therefore, my mother's body is likely hidden at the location at the bottom of the myriad peaks corresponding to this passage. Although it is said so, is it true that resurrecting your mother is possible? I don't know. When my mother had an accident, only my father was present. Since then, my father has been acting strangely. After my mother's burial, he always says that she is by his side, and often conveys messages from her to us. The most crucial part is that the things he says are either only known to my mother and me, or secrets between my mother and my older brother. After some time, my older brother couldn't bear this situation any longer and left in anger. Since then, he has never returned. What you are saying is as if your father has been possessed by your mother. It's surprising that you can tolerate this for so long." "Who said that is my father? Moreover, if you could resurrect your most important person, who wouldn't want to give it a try? Besides, I also thought about how wonderful it would be if my mother could really be resurrected." "Resurrect the most important person? If it were me, perhaps I would also give it a try." Before the trial began, my father had some servants enter the valley, and said it was to conduct a test for the peak opening. No servant who went down came back alive. My father killed them all. When they were found, their spiritual power had been drained, turning them into dry corpses. Dry corpses? Yes, but my father said it was necessary for the ritual to revive my mother. And he said the same about this trial. So, I have been struggling. I can't achieve my goals by hurting others. Do you understand? I understand. No wonder you saved me. Cheer up. Haven't you also made the right choice now? And let me tell you, this trial of yours shouldn't have led an extraordinary person into the valley. Although I don't know what the plan is. But with that living Yama present, most likely your father's plan will be foiled. At this moment, 2 household slaves suddenly walked over. With only 2 household slaves, we should have no problem forcing our way through. Bai Linglong then opened the medicine bottle in her hand, and blew it towards the 2 household slaves. The 2 people surrounded by smoke suddenly felt drowsy. What's going on? Why did their eyes suddenly become blurry? Got it. Let's go. You are quite skilled at this. Why are you so proficient? Let's talk about it when we have the chance in the future. At this moment, Lu Chen and Shifu finally broke through all the way back to the lowest level. The feeling of descending to the very bottom is different. Without the heavy pressure of the mountain, the body also feels much lighter. Shifu, what's going on? Something's not right. It's too quiet. Since encountering the last attack on the 8th level, we haven't come across those deformed monsters again. Isn't this a good thing? It means we have no obstacles in finding a way out. The quieter it is, the more likely it is for something to happen. Moreover, all the way down, I haven't sensed any presence of other participants. I'm afraid the other participants have already died. In this situation, the creatures at the bottom of the valley have all disappeared. Suddenly, a figure appeared behind Lu Chen and the 2 of them. Unexpectedly, Deicide had already discovered his presence. Eavesdropping on others' conversations and wanting to kill people? You little mouse, you're not behaving well. Just go and die. The attacker also coughed up blood, muttering about his owner. When did this person come over? I didn't notice at all. Thank you, girl, for saving me. If it weren't for you, I might not have made it. If you want to thank someone, thank the master. It's the master who asked me to watch over your safety. Deicide, you did a great job. It turns out just as I expected. Everything is arranged by the master. Deicide simply follows orders. This person is not a deformed monster, but can freely move within the myriad peaks. Presumably, they are from the Ouyang family. Moreover, an assassin who does not first attack the most threatening target, which is me, but chooses Mei Xiao. There is only one possibility. Mei Xiao, you are being targeted by the Ouyang family. I am being targeted? Why would they target me? Immediately, Lu Chen threw a crystal towards Mei Xiao. This thing dropped from the monster that was chasing you before because other monsters haven't dropped this thing before, so I kept an eye on it and picked it up. This thing, after my observation, seems to be some kind of energy amplification device. Although I'm not sure about its specific operation method, judging from the behavior of the previous monster, its specific function should be to enhance the strength of the monster by absorbing the surrounding spiritual power. At the same time, it allows the monster to be controlled by this core and execute the commands of the device installer. What are they targeting me for? Aren't they afraid of unexpected accidents? Will my family investigate to the end? I'm not sure, but it seems that they have a strong hostility towards you now. To the extent of making such a big fuss, if everyone hadn't been with you today, I would have thought you were trying to deceive someone's daughter. Master? Don't speak, don't act, just stand obediently with Deicide. Suddenly, several figures are attacking Lu Chen. Everyone, attack together and end it quickly. Faced with the attack from the crowd, Lu Chen easily resolved it. Seeing Lu Chen easily repel the attackers, Mei Xiao also repeatedly praised him, saying that he truly lived up to being a master. Even his joint techniques are so exquisite. Later, Lu Chen stepped on the head of one of the servants. Tell me, why did you target Mei Xiao? Although you are going to die for sure, if you tell me, I can make your death more enjoyable. He then pointed to the servant next to him and said, That way you won't end up dying as painfully as he did. Haha, are you trying to trick me? Have you ever thought about where the deformed monsters around here have gone? The servant then immediately used a dagger to cut himself open. To be loyal to the master, even if it means becoming an Asura, is a sacrifice worth making. Mei Xiao was too scared to look directly at the scene in front of him, while Deicide beside him was watching with great interest. Blood, pain, and power. I can feel something is coming. Then the rest of the disciples also began to sacrifice their own spiritual power one after another. Soon, the spiritual power of everyone began to gradually converge towards this person. Mei Xiao couldn't help but feel a little puzzled. What could be happening here? The Ouyang family servants, who were forced into a corner by Lu Chen and others, started sacrificing their own blood one after another. All the power of the blood is converging on one person, a force that is slowly awakening. Deicide noticed a familiar aura, as if this power was somehow connected to her. She looked ahead with joy. This palpitation regarding the Fong family slave must be correct. Lu Chen also heard the words, but was puzzled. Deicide, what are you talking about? What is coming? At this moment, the slave who just appeared was still in human form. But at this moment, he turned into a strange creature of unknown origin. Deicide became even more excited. I won't be mistaken. He is one of the 24 demon kings from before. As the blood demon king Xianxia, who rules over flesh and blood, finished speaking, Xianxia's body also appeared. At the same time, Bai Linglong and the others were hiding behind a huge rock. Someone is coming. Let's take the initiative. Suddenly, a sound of footsteps came from afar. Did they just come this way? Anyway, let's protect the mother's coffin first. Bai Linglong turned to Ouyang Wanga and said, You see, letting them leave this way will only give us more guides. We don't even need to spend time finding the way now. Ouyang Wanga became even more puzzled. His father was so mysterious. How many secrets was he still hiding from me? Several servants of the Ouyang family panted as they arrived at a door. It seemed that the underground palace was still intact, and those two little thieves had not arrived here yet. One of the servants began entering the door-opening code. "We need to hurry and go in to inform our brothers inside." Just then, Ouyang appeared behind the group and quickly eliminated them discreetly. The two looked at the gate of the underground palace. "It seems that your mother should be inside. No matter what my father is planning, whether it's to resurrect my mother or to use it as an excuse for something else, I will do everything I can to stop you." Later, the two of them walked into the underground palace corridor, but Bai Linglong found something unusual. Wana felt that something was wrong here. When they entered, the walls on both sides were irregular stones, but now not only were the walls smooth, but there were also some unreadable patterns on the floor. Indeed, but what does this represent? We've been advancing for half an hour now. In such a deep cave, both the walls and the floor are man-made. Even if it took 15 years, it would be impossible to complete this construction in such a deep underground space. In addition, you are unaware of the existence here, which means that it was either built without your knowledge or you were kept in the dark while constructing such a massive underground palace. Even if construction started on the day your mother passed away, it would be impossible to complete. After listening to Bai Linglong's narration, Ouyang suddenly also realized. It is very likely that Wanga had already existed at that time. So what you mean is, either my father stumbled upon this place by chance and used it to store my mother's remains, or there may be another mastermind behind this matter, and this place is very likely to be his coffin. It could be half and half, or it could be all as you said. It means that from start to finish, the whole thing was planned by one person, from your mother's death to leading your father to discover this place and hide the body. Your point is that all of this is a setup by someone else. Who could this person be? I think it's very likely that you have already met, no, I should say, heard of this person before. Do you still remember when you mentioned that your father could hear the voice of your deceased mother? If that was fabricated, then perhaps all of this suddenly makes sense. Ouyang was shocked once again. Can this be fabricated as well? Just as Bai Linglong and Lu Chen were about to find the coffin of Ouyang mother, there was quite a commotion on Lu Chen's side. Lu Chen looked disdainfully at the demon creature standing 8 feet taller than himself. "I didn't expect you to have some skills. Are you one of the demon kings? How interesting." Mei Xiao saw Lu Chen falling behind and was anxious to step forward to help him. "Shifu, let the beloved disciple come over to assist you." However, Deicide blocked her way. "Damn it! Shifu is suffering, but I can only watch helplessly. I can't even help at all. It's really frustrating." Deicide also comforted by the side saying, "You're thinking too much, you little rascal. Do you really think that with just the blood of these few people, you can summon the 24 demon kings? Aren't you underestimating the people who sealed them back then? Rest assured, what the Master is facing now is just a mini version. With the Master's strength, dealing with it will be very easy. Why were Shifu's previous battles so difficult? He was pretending. He is waiting for the real mastermind behind the scenes to show up." Lu Chen took another big step and rushed to the Demon King, engaging in a fight with him. The Demon King, who had been entangled for a long time, was very annoyed. With one palm, he struck Lu Chen back. At this moment, a spiritual liquid of fate suddenly appeared on the Demon King's right shoulder. Seeing this, Deicide quickly reminded Master Lu Chen to look at his right shoulder. Lu Chen also gestured towards Deicide. The two of them communicated instantly and made a reaction. Immediately, Lu Chen leaped up with the Deicide sword in hand and slashed directly at the Demon King. "Nonsense! Get out of here!" A powerful sword strike cut across the Demon King's body, shattering the surrounding earth into pieces. However, it seemed like there was something inside the Demon King's body that was about to emerge. Mei Xiao was also watching attentively on the side. "It seems like what Shifu mentioned is about to come out, right?" Lu Chen also pointed his sword at the remains of the Demon King. "I know you're fine. Get out quickly, or don't blame me for turning your body into dust along with your bones. Suddenly, a pair of red eyes appeared in front of everyone. Haha, it seems that an extraordinary person has sneaked into this trial. You brat, I have decided, I want your body. Only to see the body of the Demon King slowly melting away, replaced by a monster formed by a mass of green substance. Deicide, however, recognized it at a glance. This is actually Grudge? Lu Chen turned to Deicide and asked, "Do you know it?" "Can't really say I know it, just aware of its background," replied Deicide. "Back then, I vanquished gods and demons, and Grudge was one of them. However, it is not a specific existence. A more appropriate term would be a collective of Grudge spirits. Grudge is also highly praised in the Deicide series. Your sword spirit is very clever to be able to identify my identity at a glance. Not bad. I was born among the countless grievances under the myriad peaks." Unexpectedly, Lu Chen did not mind. I thought it was something extraordinary. It turns out it's just a lonely ghost after all." Upon hearing this, Grudge became angry and said, "Shut up! How could you possibly know our pain?